when we go to solve something like this and we have all these different powers of x's, the only game in town is to get one side equal to 0 and then factor. So my first thing is I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides of this equation so that one side will equal 0. And that's going to give me, of course, a 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 10x minus 15. And we need to factor this thing out. And the only tool we have right now is this factor by grouping business. So I hope this works out in our favor. In that first group, let's see, we can pull out just an x squared, I think. Just an x squared. And then we're left with 2x plus 3 on the inside of that. And then for the second group, the common factor, since this is a subtraction sign, I'm going to pull out a negative whatever the common factor is. The common factor between 10 and 15 is 5. If I want to get a negative 10x back and I have a negative 5, 2x will do the trick. If I want to get a negative 15 back and I have a negative 5, positive 3 does that trick. And now I'm left with, this is a common factor between these two terms, 2x plus 3. And I left the x squared behind and the negative 5 behind. And now, what? Now that it equals 0, we can set each part equal to 0. This should seem somewhat familiar. So I want to know, when does 2x plus 3 equal 0? And when does x squared minus 5 equal 0? To solve, we'll take it one step at a time. So let's deal with this 2x minus 3. It's pretty quick. I want to get this x by itself. I'll do PEMDAS in reverse. So I'll start by subtracting 3 from both sides. 2x equals negative 3. And then divide both sides by 2. So that's one answer. And then to find out when x squared minus 5 equals 0, there's not a clean answer here. It's going to be an irrational number. But I can basically get this x squared by itself if I add 5 to both sides. That means x squared equals 5, and then I can put a square root in there. And because I put the square root in there as the person solving the problem, I got to put plus or minus root 5. So once in factored form, we'll set each factor equal to 0, and then our answers will be negative 3/2 and plus or minus root 5.